Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Cas MMA. Today I'm going to be getting into my UFC 313 predictions, starting from Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev. And just to start off, I want to say I added the Tapology predictions on who's going to win, which is just where people predict theirs on Tapology. So this sort of lets me look at the general opinion of the MMA public, the MMA fan. And just let me know in the comments below if you guys prefer having this in the video or not, and just any other suggestions you guys might have and like things to improve. I would really appreciate it. And I'm starting this prediction of video from the main event, but let me know if you guys prefer it like this or starting from the early prelim opener. Anyway, in Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Ankalaev's an underdog, and I think he's going to win this, man. I think he can outstrike Pereira. I think he can honestly out-wrestle Pereira. And I'll be honest, I'm going to make a whole breakdown about this tomorrow. So this one's going to be pretty brief. But I think Ankalaev's going to get him. I think I have it by round 4, ground and pound TKO. And Ankalaev's not fucking Yuri Prohaska. He's not Jamal Hill. Ankalaev's a real challenge. And I mean, Pereira in his light heavyweight run hasn't faced anybody remotely as good as Ankalaev yet. And he is. And clearly round 2 gave him a good fight last time out of southpaw. Limits Pereira's weapons. And Ankalaev can take leg kicks. I know it's the prevailing narrative that he can't because of the Jan Blachowicz fight, but the reality of that is he was checking those leg kicks. Jan Blachowicz is just a fucking Polish man built out of metal. So if he went shin to shin with Ankalaev, he was going to win those shin to shin duels. Alex Pereira isn't going to do that. So I don't think leg kicks are going to be as big of a deal. I think Ankalaev's going to get him. I think he's going to honestly win 2 out of the first 3 rounds and then get him out of there in round 4, ground and pound TKO. I could see him winning this by like 49-46 decision. But the official pick is Ankalaev round 4 TKO via ground and pound. And I'll make a whole video on this tomorrow, so be ready, wait for that. And that'll be up tomorrow. Next fight is Justin Gaethje versus to be announced. I made a video about this. I posted it yesterday. So guys, go check that one out if you want to hear me break down who I think the opponent is going to be and who's going to win the potential matchups. But obviously, I'm not going to get into this during this video because he doesn't have an opponent. As Dan Hooker pulled out with a broken hand or a broken knuckle or something like that. Next one, Rizvan Kuniev versus Curtis Blades. Kuniev is a huge underdog. He's like... also fucking a huge guy, the fucking fat body that he has, but I think he's gonna get this done. I think Kuniev's gonna win, man. I mean, you look at Kuniev's prediction rate, he's 12%, but I think Curtis Blades freezes up in the big moments, and he's getting given an unranked guy. I don't think Curtis Blades is gonna be able to handle this one. I think Kuniev's gonna be too big for him, fucking literally. He's so fucking fat, man. He's just, look at his body, and he's just fucking morbidly obese. How is he in the... How is he getting a top 5 opponent in his debut? But yeah, I think he's gonna get this done round 2 KO. And this is an unpopular opinion because everyone loves to make fun of Kuniev because he's fucking fat as shit. But Curtis Blades, he isn't the Volkovs and Aspinalls and Gons of heavyweight. He's a little bit below. I think he's in the Spivak range. I think he's in the Jelton Almeida. I don't think he wins that fight. I think if him and Jelton Almeida fight 15 times, Jelton Almeida wins 14 or 13. Curtis Blades happened to get him that night. I don't think he's that good. And yeah, I have Rizvan Kuniev round 2 KO TKO, which I know is not a popular opinion among really anybody. This is the main reason I decided to add Tapology rankings. Because, yeah, I mean, everybody has Rizvan Kuniev losing, and I have him winning. But we'll see. Next up is Jalen Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes, and I am fucking excited for this fight. And, I mean, like, the interesting thing about this one is they're both 6'3" with huge reaches. And we've never really seen either of them fight a person of their stature. I know Ignacio Bahamondes fought Roosevelt Roberts, I think is his name. And he beat him by a spinning heel kick to the head. But Roosevelt Roberts isn't remotely as good as Jalen Turner is. And Jalen Turner has never fought somebody as good as Bahamondes with his stature. And I think both guys are going to struggle implementing their typical game plans. And the only guy that I've seen fight somebody of their height and stature is Ignacio Bahamondes, and I'm going with him because of this. Jalen Turner gets stunned via reach. He wins fights via reach. He dropped Moicano with a straight left from southpaw. He dropped Bobby Green with a 1-2 from orthodox stance. He uses straight punches a lot to get his finishes, to get his big wins. And he quits, man. Ignacio Bahamondes doesn't quit. And Ignacio Bahamondes is fucking sheer dog levels, combined with the fact that I think Jalen Turner has a lot of quit in him, are the two reasons why I'm picking Bahamondes to win this one. I think this one's just going to be like a 29-28 decision. I don't think he's going to make Turner quit. I don't think there's going to be much volume in this one. I really see like this being a pitter-pat, slowly like 15 significant strikes around for each guy. And I think Bahamondes is going to win a close 29-28, maybe even a split decision. But I'm giving this one to Bahamondes, 29-28 decision. Next up is Robert Green versus Mauricio Hufi. Your name's fucking Robert, lad. I'm not calling you king. I'm the king slayer. Had to get a quick Paddy Pimblett impression in there, but Robert Green is going to get fucking KO'd in a round. Man, Bobby Green doesn't have that good of a chin, and Mauricio Hufi, if James Yontop isn't 15 pounds heavier than Hufi in the last fight, where he didn't have to cut weight, Hufi KOs him in the first round. The same way, well, I guess he KO'd Malarkey in the second round, but still, Hufi gets him out of there in the first round. I think he's going to get Robert Green out of there in the first round and end up finding himself in probably like a similar position to what Paddy Pimblett's in right now, where I could see him getting like a Mateus Gamrot in his next fight after he beats Bobby Green, getting like 15th in the ranking. So, yeah, I have Hufi via round 1 KO in this one. I think he's going to just go out there and knock out Robert Green in the first round. And the Tapology guys agree with me on this one. A lot of people have him by KO as well. Next up is Amanda Lemos versus Yasmin Lucinda. Now, we all know the meta in women's MMA is to be a gay Brazilian. Unfortunately, in this one, we have 2 gay Brazilians. So my strategy of picking the gay Brazilian to win doesn't work. But I am probably going to go with Amanda Lemos versus over Yasmin Lucindo. I know the Tapology guys actually think Yasmin Lucindo is going to win this one, but I have Lemos. I think she's just going to outdo her to like a 29-28 decision, maybe 30-27. She's just going to be a little bit crisper on the feet. She's going to use a little bit of that experience that she has. And I think she's just going to be a little bit more gay and a little bit more Brazilian than Yasmin Lucindo. So, yeah, she's going to out-gay Brazilian Yasmin Lucindo to a decision victory in this one. Next up, this one I'm really excited for, Myron Santos versus Francis Marshall. I mean, these are 2 entertaining guys. Obviously, Santos is a pretty big favorite, and I have him getting it done by a round 2 KO. I mean, that KO he had over Conor O'Flea was just absolutely incredible. Even though he's not really a KO guy, in his tough fights before Conor O'Flea, he got a bunch of decisions. But I'm excited for Myron Santos' UFC career. I think he's one of the better prospects to come out of tough in the last 5 years, last 10 years. I really believe in this guy. I think he could be top 5 in the featherweight division, like in his prime. I think he might get like a title shot at some point. I think he's just gonna fucking spark Francis Marshall in the second round after probably implementing his wrestling in the first, get the threat of the takedown going, and then just knocking him out cold. Because Myron Santos is a great prospect, and I like Francis Marshall a lot too. He's shown some great moments in his UFC career. Obviously, he lost to Isaac Bulgarian a couple of fights ago, but that was really just takedown from ground and pound. And I could see Myron Santos actually implementing an Isaac Bulgarian game plan on Francis Marshall, but I think Isaac Bulgarian's really, really good at wrestling, really good at ground and pound, and I don't think Myron Santos has that level of ground and pound. So I have Myron Santos just getting Francis Marshall down a couple times in the first round, and then sparking him out cold in the second round. Second round TKO for Myron Santos. I'm locking it in. That is my official pick for this fight. Next up, we have Bruno Pereira versus Armen Petrosyan. Armen Petrosyan might be like my single least favorite UFC fighter, so I hope he gets fucking murdered in a round. I don't know why I hate him so much. It's mainly to do with his reaction after getting KO'd by Sharp Bullet, the way he tried to like downplay Bullet's performance, say he got the win handed to him, it was really dumb. Even though he's pretty good on the feet, but I think Pereira's just gonna Pereira's in the main event. Ferreira's gonna just fucking run over him. Pereira knocked out, Gregory Rodriguez, and he can go. His blitzes are really good, and I think he's gonna be outdo what Armin Petrosyan has with the leg kicks, the kicks to the midsection that he uses. I think Ferreira's gonna be able to just blitz in, catch him with power, and put him out. I think it's gonna take till round 3. I have Ferreira by a round 3 KO TKO. Next up, we have Ray Soria versus Joshua Van. And I'm going to be honest, I have no idea if I have the bout order of these fights correct, because there's 3 different bout orders online. ESPN has a different bout order. The UFC website has a different bout order. So I'm not sure what it is exactly, but Ray Soria versus Joshua Van is going to be a flyweight banger. You guys are going to learn flyweight is my favorite division in the UFC, and Joshua Van is one of my 5 favorite fighters. I love Joshua Van. And I think Ray Soria is a good underdog in this one. I could see him getting it done by a grappling heavy decision. But my official pick is going to be Joshua Van, denying enough takedowns and doing enough on the feet to win a 29-20, 30-27, just get a decision. I don't think he's going to knock out Soria. He doesn't really have power in his hands. He sort of throws pillow punches. But I have Joshua Van by a 30-27 in this one. That is my official pick, locking it in. Next up is Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal. Carlos Leal was on fucking steroids for his UFC debut against Renat Fakhretdinov, and I think these odds expect him to be at a similar level as he was against Renat Fakhretdinov, where he was obviously roided up. His chest acne, his back acne were just ridiculous, and the UFC couldn't test him because he was a short notice backup opponent, or a short notice opponent off the regional scene. So I do think Leal is going to win this, probably by a close decision, but these odds are kind of absurd to me. I think it's going to be a close fight. Morono is not as bad as people make him out to be. He's losing to Joaquin Buckley isn't a bad loss at all. But I think Carlos Leal can sort of implement the Joaquin Buckley game plan against Morono and get a 29-28, maybe a 30-27, but a decently close decision. And I think this fight's a lot closer than the odds indicate. So this is one of my bets for the fight card is Morono via just decision. Put that in a parlay or put that in a straight bet, and you have good odds. You're getting it plus 425. These are pretty good odds. And for the last one, it's Ozzy Diaz versus Jordan Santos. I think Santos is going to be able to wrestle him to a decision. I think Ozzy Diaz isn't very good. These are sort of 2 NPCs going at it. But yeah, I have Jordan Santos via fucking close decision. Thank you guys for watching. I'll drop another video. I have Jordan Santos by close decision. Thank you guys for watching. I'll drop my Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev detailed breakdown tomorrow. And yeah, check out my other videos. Check out my Justin Gaethje's potential opponent video that I made yesterday. Thank you guys for watching. Leave any suggestions below. Check out my Twitter. Check out my Instagram. And I'll see you guys next time.